Hi, I'm Chris from Heritage Learning. If you've ever been to the Hull and East Riding Museum, you'll know that the Romans were master mosaic makers. But what's a mosaic? Yeah, that's right. A Roman mosaic is a piece of art, usually on the floor, that's made out of multicoloured tiles or tesserae set into concrete. The Romans used stones or ceramic or glass for their tiles to create the different colours. But today I'm going to show you how to make your own Roman mosaic, just like this, using things from your own home. All you're going to need is an ice cream lid, something like this. I like these sort of round edged ones. You're going to need something to press into it, so I've used air dry clay. You can see it's pressed into the top of the lid flat like that. You could use salt dough or Play-Doh, and you're going to need a sharp implement to draw your design. I've got this little plastic tool here, and finally, you're going to need some tesserae, some different coloured tesserae to create your design. You could use something like dried beans. That's what I'm going to do today because they've got these beautiful stony colours. If you wanted something more colourful, you could use some sequins or maybe some beads if you've got some. Or even just stones and shells that you've collected from outside. It's completely up to you. Now for my design, I'm going to use this this pattern from the Venus mosaic as inspiration. But you could do whatever you like, maybe an animal or a Roman helmet. Just use your imagination. Now, as you can see, we've started off, we've pressed our clay into the top of the lid. And this is exactly how the Romans might start. They would create a base and fill it with concrete, and then they would mark their design. Now, as I said, I'm going to use this pattern that you can see in the corner as my inspiration. What I'm going to do is I'm going to carve it into the ice cream, the clay. Now, I've had a go at drawing this pattern first, just as a little practice. I'm going to have a go at drawing it, so let's see. Some nice sort of swirly lines here to begin with. We've got about 4. We do another one at the top now. Gone a bit low there. Okay. And then the same going in the other direction. Like that. One at the top. As you can see in the original design, the lines come out the other side as if there's sort of bits of rope or crossing each other. Finally, this last one down here. Fantastic. So we've carved our design. That will give us the guidelines for where we're going to put our tesserae. Now, when you get your tesserae, as I say, I'm going to use these beads. All you need to do is gently brush them into your clay or your Play-Doh and fill in the gaps. Fill in those spaces. I'm going to speed this bit up for you because it takes a little while. And there you have it, your very own Roman mosaic. Once you've finished laying all the beans, you might want to give it just a gentle pat down, make sure they're all pressed into your clay. And then you can just leave that to dry, and then you've created a lovely mosaic for you to put on display somewhere in your house. Thank you for listening. Hope you can join us again soon. Bye bye.